An attorney is not a plan. It's what I see people doing all the time, which is thinking when they've been in a really toxic, abusive, or controlling marriage, and they finally get the fortitude to decide to leave. When they finally are at that point where they've worked up the courage, they've let go of all the fear, they know that this is what's best, and they finally make that decision. They're exhausted, obviously. They're completely worn out. They're compromised emotionally, maybe physically, from all of the years of abuse or abusive behaviors. They think, I'm going to hire a lawyer and I'm going to be able to just relax. I'm finally going to be able to just relax and let it all unfold, right? Yes, the narcissist will amp up the abuse and all that, but I don't have to worry about anything. I have the attorney taking care of me. They're going to do all the work. I just have to muscle through putting up with the especially abusive behaviors. But I'm in the clear. Finally, I have a bodyguard. Finally, I have somebody who sees the truth and is going to take care of everything and tell all the people who need to know what they need to know. And I can just finally take a breath. Unfortunately, that is not the case. So that's why I'm calling this an attorney is not a plan. You need a plan. You need to have your own strategy for how you're going to get through this. I know you just want to put the wheel in somebody else's hands. I get it, but you're almost there. This is hopefully the last thing you will have to do before you are free of the toxic spouse. All right. So you need to get your own ducks in a row. You need to do your own investigation, your own compiling of documents, your own inner work. You need to heal. You need to get stronger. You're not going to get all of the information from the tax return. You're not going to get all the numbers, but it's going to give you clues. It's going to show you where something uh, earned interest. What is that? We might not know the amount, but we know where it is because it's got to tell us this bank, this fund, this something. It's going to tell us where tax was owed. So money must have been earned. So at the very, very least, you're going to take all these documents, tax returns, bank statements, and you're going to make lists of clues, of entities, of even if you don't know what it is, it doesn't matter. I want you to let go of that need to be perfect, to have all the answers. We're not going to have all the answers, but we're piecing together clues. First of all, the lawyer may not do this or may not do it as well as you will. Also, you're going to have to pay the lawyer to do all these things that you could have done for them, but you may be able to get a whole lot of information on your own. And that is going to save substantial legal fees. All right. So instead of running out and hiring an attorney and getting them on the clock right away, writing out that big retainer check and then watching it evaporate right before your very eyes, you're going to do all this work. And maybe we shouldn't call it work. That is the thing maybe causing you some anxiety. Let's call it play. Let's call it pretending like you're a detective. Let's see it as you being the hero of your story and getting scrappy and doing all this work, not work, all this fun yourself so that you can be the hero. You can find all the information. All right. You're the sleuth. You're going to find the person that you can lean on, a confidant, a friend, a trusted family member, a coach, a therapist, someone that you can talk to and cry on their shoulder and let all your emotions out. So you're not using the attorney for that, right? So we want you to be set up for success and not to run through that retainer in the first month. So that is one step that you can take. Starting with the healing process, therapist or coach, or, of course, I think the coach is the better option because we're not going back and digging up all your childhood traumas. We're looking at how do we get you in a place where you can get to the other side of this divorce process. So you have a coach, say, or a confidant that you are leaning on when you're emotionally weak. You're processing through the 5 stages of grief. You're mourning the death of your marriage. You're healing from the abusive behaviors that were done to you. You're going to take precautions. You're going to safeguard sacred things that mean a lot to you. You're going to make sure that they're not held hostage, that you have all your important documents in a safe place where they can't go missing. You are going to get a secret email address. That's where all your correspondence with your lawyer, with your coach, with anyone who you don't want the narcissist knowing about is going to go to that email address because the narcissist is not going to play fair. They're going to be dirty. They're going to hack into things. You're going to find things. You're going to look everywhere. There are no boundaries with a narcissist. There is no moral compass. There's no sense of fairness. So know what you're dealing with and take precautions to safeguard yourself and anything you want to keep private. Maybe you even get a burner phone. Maybe you only communicate with lawyer, coach, any forensic people you might have to hire, anything like that on this other phone so they don't have a record of it. Any communications you've had where the narcissist put something in writing that you are going to want to use as evidence about something. Get all of these things organized in a place where you can get to them quickly, know exactly where they are electronically and or physically. If it's a hard copy of something, you're going to want to keep it in. You're still living under the same roof with your soon to be ex-spouse. You're going to want to safeguard that by storing it somewhere else. Like if you don't have a trusted family member or somewhere where it can go, maybe you get a safe deposit box or even a storage unit if you have something sizable. And this is how you're going to get your ducks in a row, how you're going to heal, how you're going to go at that investigation from a place of strength and not from a place of fear. The investigation of looking at tax returns and where you otherwise might have let those gremlins in and feel like, oh, this is above my pay grade. I don't understand what this means. This is cryptic to me. This is like reading another language. I don't know. No, you're not going to know what everything means. That doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. This is not what you do all the time. So you're going to just make note of all the different things you find and then get help in figuring out what it is, where it is. But this is the first step. So, do you see the difference? Feel how this feels. You've decided to get the divorce, and so you hire an attorney and you go, okay, you go do that, attorney. You go get a divorce for me. And then weeks go by, maybe sometimes months go by, you don't know what's going on, and then you're calling and they're not calling you back, and then they're like, oh, well, I need you to do this, I need you to get me your bank statements, and you go, oh, okay, and you get all the bank statements, and they go, okay, well, what now, and what have you done now? And you tell them, and they say, oh, no, I also need all your tax returns. Anyway, this could drag out over months and could rack up big fees because of all the communicating you're doing with them. So do you see the difference between just putting it in the attorney's hands versus I'm going to do as much as I can on my own before even retaining an attorney? I don't know. That feels way more empowering to me. Back before you had all this guidance and information that you're getting, you might have thought, oh, no, that's too scary. That's too scary. I don't want to do that. I just want somebody to do it for me. Do you see the difference now? You're going to feel much more in control and capable when you know the status, you know what you have and what you don't have, what you've been able to get and what you still need to get. what you see on those documents and where that's going to lead you. You're going to be able to lay out months and months of account statements in front of you and look at suspicious activity or patterns being broken or something. You get to do that. Not you have to do that. You get to do that. You get to take control of your own divorce. I hope this helps. I hope you feel more empowered by doing this. And if there's anything else I can do to help, please let me know. I am here for you.